Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on Homework the Gilmore Chronicles TGC Reborn. This is episode number 194 of the Gilmore Chronicles Reborn series. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And that's it. So like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channels, and don't forget to tap that bell. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday night, April the 9th, 2021, hopefully you all having a good weekend. I got a new look for the fall. Just got my haircut today, so I look sexy for all you ladies out there. Man, that's all I gotta say about that, so move on from there. All right. Like I said, before I start, like I said, this is episode number 194 of the Gilmore Chronicles on our road to 200 subscribers. 200 episodes, which will be coming up pretty soon. So I'm hoping to do a either a Q&A or I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know it's April the 9th, and I know it's going to be maybe some predictions videos coming up over the next couple months, especially next month with AEW Double or Nothing, and then WWE might have a pay-per-view in May, who knows, and then June, and then July. So I might throw in a couple of extra vlogs to get up to 200, but like I said, I'm trying to do episode 200 on my 12-year anniversary on August the 9th, 2021. See if we can get there by then. We'll see. But like I said, August the 9th is going to hopefully be episode 200 of the Gilmore Chronicles, a big episode. I'm going to talk about my 12 years on YouTube, some other things, maybe some wrestling, some sports and stuff like that. But it's supposed to going to be a big, milestone episode. But we'll see what happens when we get there. So if you have any questions for episode 200, you can put it down below in the comments section of this video or any one of my videos I do. Just mark it TGC 200 or just come in the chat. And come in the chat on episode 200 when in August, and we'll have a nice long chat. Maybe I might have guests on. I don't know, but I'm kind of leaning towards not putting people on anymore, but because they act like complete dicks, except for a couple of people that I've had on, like Chase and Big Ben Bittner and my good buddy Nick Infante, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, move on. So get your questions ready for episode 200 of the Gilmore Chronicles coming up later this summer. And that's that. All right, got my good buddy. I obviously know my tennis. He says, "Hey Pete, hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. Mainly this year looks mediocre, if I'm being completely honest." Yeah. This Wrestlemania is probably gonna be the worst Wrestlemania I think of all time. There's no hype at all. I know SmackDown is on, just about to end. It's 9:30 right now, and I'm basically not watching it because it's taped. And I really don't give two shits about the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. I really don't care who wins. And then the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match with the Street Profits, the Dirty Dogs, Otis and Chad Gable, and the Mysterios. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not looking forward to WrestleMania. I really don't care. I'm going to watch some of it tomorrow, but I'd rather be, doing something else. Wish the Met game was at, there was the Mets game was, was being played tomorrow night, but they're playing at 1:00. So I gotta watch that, and then I gotta wait all the way to the freaking 6, 7 o'clock for WrestleMania to start. But it is what it is, and it's the same thing for Sunday. Not doing anything Sunday. I'm going to watch the Met game, and then after that, probably just go to sleep. or maybe do something with the missus. I don't know. And then I gotta watch WrestleMania Night 2, and then I gotta do a video after that. And whatever, I don't even know what time WrestleMania is gonna end tomorrow and Sunday. Could be ending at 11 o'clock, or it could be ending at 12 o'clock. And I personally don't want to stay up till like 12, 1 o'clock doing a fucking video. And I got other things to do. But yeah. Yeah, there's no hype to WrestleMania. Most of the matches I'm not even looking forward to on night 1 or 2. And the only thing I'm actually looking forward to is Ash Costello singing Rhea Ripley's theme. That's it. That's it. I mean, the stage looks, looks with the pirate ship on top, and then the LED screen, and then the long entranceway, and then they have the in the stands they have cardboard cutouts so they can have fans, and then they're gonna lie to you and say that this is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. We have a sold out crowd of 85,000 people, when basically you have like maybe 15,000 real fans there. Sell out my ass. But Vince is gonna feed Michael Cole or whoever. It's probably gonna be Michael Cole. He's gonna be like, this is the greatest WrestleMania. We're sold out here at Raymond J. Stadium. And then when you look, when the camera pans around to show the fans, gonna show the cardboard cutouts and look like idiots on both nights. But if you want real fans, you wait till next year in WrestleMania 38 in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. That's when you're gonna have real fans and probably break the record from WrestleMania 32. Well, I doubt you're gonna break the record from WrestleMania 32. Depending on this fucking virus and how much capacity AT&T Stadium will have next year. I think right now I know in Arlington, Texas, where the Texas Rangers play, they have 100% capacity. Well, they had, I don't know if they still do, but they had 100% capacity for their home opener for the Texas Rangers, which I thought was kind of dumb. All the people next to each other not wearing. I don't even think they were wearing masks either. So yeah, get ready for Texas to have a surge in this fucking virus because of this stupidity. The same thing for Florida too. Because they're not. They've opened up a lot of shit. They've opened up a lot of shit. Nobody's wearing masks. Everybody's on the beach. I'm telling you, by the end of the summer, we're gonna have more fucking problems with this fucking virus and more deaths. I guarantee by the end of the summer, we're gonna have over 650,000 deaths in the United States due to this fucking thing. And even even with the vaccines, not gonna help. Not helping. So you can Biden will come out and say, oh, we have 6 million doses a day. Yeah, but you have 650,000 people dead because states like Texas and states like Florida are being fucking stupid without with the mask mandates and shit. See, here in Jersey and here in New York, we're being smart. That's all I gotta say about that. I love Florida, but I want to go there in the summer, but probably not going there. Probably not going on vacation this year. Why? Because the IRS fucked me over my tax return. Not getting a lot. I thought I was going to get a lot, but no. Because they fucked me over. That's all I got to say about that. Fuck the IRS and fuck this fucking virus. And fuck WrestleMania. I advise against bringing people on because of trolls. There's a lot of porn bombers on here. Unfortunately, just bringing people you can really trust. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing. Like I said, I brought my good buddy Chase on one video. I brought my good buddy Big Ben Bittner on, and I brought a couple guys on, but they really weren't talking. And I'm like, hello, hello, and I think either was having technical problems or they were just being stupid. I had one guy on, he wasn't talking, and then I cut him off, and then he's like, what did you cut me off for? And I was like, you weren't talking. If you're not gonna talk, then get the fuck off my video. But yeah, I'm gonna pick and choose who I give the put on. If I don't know you, then I'm not gonna put you on. If you're gonna try to porn bomb me, well, first of all, you're gonna go to jail. And that's it. You're gonna try to take my channel down because of porn bombing and shit. Not gonna work. So here's to you. And I know the exact persons that are gonna do it. Two fat fucks. That's all I gotta say about that. Blah 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 blah. All right. Don't worry about rushing to do a video, dude. Just do one whenever you feel ready. Don't stress yourself. Health comes first. That's right. Yeah, exactly. That's why I did. Yesterday I did my AEW review sometime in the early afternoon, and then I didn't think I was going to do the NXT review last night, but I had a chance to do it, and I did it. But I didn't. I wasn't going to go too long with the videos. That's why I only went an hour. I did like a quick hour video with both of them to just get them out of the way, because I didn't have a lot of time on StreamYard. On StreamYard, I only have 20 hours per my account, which I only have 5 accounts. People say I have 7, I have 8 or 9 accounts. Lies. And I mentioned how many accounts I have. I have 5 main accounts, 2 backups, just in case something happens. And people saying I have 9 accounts with no proof. So, defend yourself. And that's it. But yeah, but if I don't do SmackDown later, I probably won't do. I may or may not do SmackDown tonight, because the missus is sleeping and I don't know when she's gonna get up. So I just want to do this now. So if she does get up, she's probably gonna watch TV and I can't do the video. So that's it. But I am gonna do probably later, probably when she does get up, when I have some time to myself. I'm gonna do a video on my phone talking about DMX and his passing today. Sadly, DMX has passed away, and I'll talk about that on the Metal God channel. So give my thoughts and prayers and all that good stuff about DMX probably later. So you might get not 1, not 2, maybe 3 videos tonight, maybe. But if not 3, probably 2, or maybe just 1, just 2. But we'll see. And that's that. But yeah, just coming over this fucking virus, the vaccine, and last weekend was just really, really, really bad. And Saturday, Sunday was just really, Saturday especially I was in a lot of pain. I felt nauseous. I just bleh. And then Sunday I felt much better, but my arm was still fucking killing me. And then I sent into Monday, and then Tuesday, and the last couple of days I've been really feeling good, 100% better. Got my cut for the spring. Gotta look good. I'm gonna actually, you can't see. Yeah, you probably can't see it, but I'm gonna shave this. The barber actually asked me if I wanted to shave, but I was like, nah. I'll do it myself. Do it for free, so I don't have to pay him extra. But it is what it is. And I have to pay a lot for my haircut. Paid $10. But it is what it is. Oh, that's that. Yeah. But if I don't do videos, I'm not gonna do videos every day because I got other things to do. But like you said, health comes first. But that's all I gotta say about that. All right, the only matches I give a shit about are McIntyre and Lashley, Orton and Wyatt, and the Triple Threat main event match on night 2. The rest of the matches are matches we just see on Raw and SmackDown. That's completely correct. That's correct. That's what I'm actually looking forward to. McIntyre and Lashley on night 1, which get that off, which should be main eventing, but we have to get a dick sucked by the women. That's why Sasha and Bianca are main eventing night 1. And should they main event? Yes, but you can put that on SmackDown. But I understand. People that win the Royal Rumble have to main event WrestleMania. I understand that, and that they should. But you don't put the women at a main event. You maybe put them as a co-main event, not the last match of the fucking card. Like, look how WrestleMania 35 ended with the women's match, and nobody gave two craps. With Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda, and Becky winning both belts. Nobody cared. A lot of people were basically sleeping at MetLife Stadium, or they went home, or about to go home. Nobody cared about that. Yeah, Becky wins both belts. Praise her and everything. Praise Becky Lynch. She's coming back soon. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte are not at WrestleMania. But you never know. They might be appearing tomorrow. WrestleMania is full of surprises. So you might have Becky come out. Maybe come out. When on night 2 and stare down Rhea Ripley when she beats Asuka, because that's gonna happen. And then maybe Charlotte comes out too. And then Ronda comes out. And have a big clusterfuck. Now that when Rhea Ripley wins the belt, basically you have no challengers besides Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. That's the only top contenders, and Asuka, of course, for Rhea Ripley's title. For Rhea Ripley when she wins the title tomorrow. Not tomorrow, that's Sunday. That's it. When Becky comes back, when Charlotte comes back, whenever that may be, should be soon, and Ronda comes back, you're gonna have a pretty big roster. Now I don't know if Becky's gonna be back on Raw, or she's gonna be on SmackDown, or Ronda's gonna be on Raw or SmackDown. Charlotte's probably gonna stay on Raw and win the belt again from Rhea Ripley, like she did last year. But yeah, we're probably gonna get maybe some surprises over the tomorrow and Sunday, but we'll see. But the only matches I'm actually looking forward to is McIntyre and Lashley. I really don't, I want to see it, but it is what it is. Orton and Wyatt really don't have a stipulation still. If it's just gonna be one-on-one, if it's just gonna be boring. So unless they announce something tonight on SmackDown, or they announce something tomorrow, or early Sunday afternoon before WrestleMania happens, I don't care if it's a one-on-one match. There has to be a stipulation to this, like loser leaves WWE, or whatever. Or it's a Firefly Funhouse match. If it's just a one-on-one match, I don't care for Orton and Wyatt. It's gonna be the final match in this whole feud between them. Personally, I don't care. That's basically it. For basically night 1. Triple threat match, not really looking forward to it. I hope Edge, Edge is probably going to win. I really don't want Daniel Bryan to win. I want Roman to beat them. I want Roman to win, but it's not going to happen. Because Roman's probably not going to even be in the finish. Probably going to be Edge spearing Daniel Bryan and getting the win, and Roman's just there, I never lost. I'm still the head of the table, And then him and Edge are going to have a match probably at the next pay-per-view. That's that. It is what it is. That's that. Okay. Strowman Shane might be good because we're expecting Shane to do something crazy. The build-up for it, though, has been really cringy and lame. Yes. No build at all. The whole stupid, thing where Shane's like, calling Braun stupid and boom, boom, boom. And that's it. Showing the report card, which I thought was really fucking stupid. But the steel cage stipulation, I like it because you don't have like Elias and Gunner Jackson Riker around. Shane's gonna do something off the top of the cage, definitely. But it's a stupid freaking regular fucking cage. I highly doubt. I'd be surprised that they bring back the blue bar cage because it's gonna be the 35th anniversary of WrestleMania 2, brother. With when they had Hogan and Bundy in that blue bar cage. Now it's the last WrestleMania we had the blue bar cage, or any steel cage match for that matter. Well, besides Hell in a Cell, but that's not really a cage match. It's just a big giant box. And then we had that with Taker and Big Boss Man, which was probably the worst Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. And then they had Hell in a Cell with Taker and Triple H, and then with Shawn Michaels as a ref. That was a great Hell in a Cell match. And then they had like we saw at WrestleMania 32 with Shane and Taker. That's that. That was a good match. But really, Taker and the Boss Man should have really been in a regular cage, not Hell in a Cell. Because it came off like crap. And then the ending we saw the Boss Man get hung. And then cage going to the rafters and freaking Taker on top of the cage while the freaking cage is rising with a freaking not cage. He wasn't on top. He was just like looking up. Excuse me. But like I said, if Strowman and Shane is not in a blue bar cage, not giving two flying craps about it. But knowing WWE, they're gonna give us a fucking regular damn fucking cage match. But Shane's gonna dive off the top anyway, probably through the table or something like that. And he's gonna dive off the top, miss, break his back, almost die, and then Braun's gonna probably call out of the cage. Or Shane, that's how Shane probably wins. But it is what it is. But as much as I want Shane to lose, but probably Shane's gonna win. But it is blah 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 blah. This Mania is gonna suck. It just feels like a fucking house show, but with a couple of main event matches in between. That's it. There's some idiots that go around saying COVID is fake, those people are brain dead, and why the virus has gotten out of control the way it has. Yeah. You're going to get those people to say, this virus is fake, it's just a souped up flu. We don't have to wear a mask. We're not going to get sick. And then next thing you know, you get sick and you're almost dead. You're on life support. You're dead. And then you're like, well, I need the vaccine. I need something. I need a vaccine to stay alive. And then you look like an idiot because you got you didn't abide by the rules, by the president and by the CDC. And you're fucked because you have COVID. It is what it is. You can't please everybody, and everybody's going to have an opinion. Like everybody has an asshole. That's why everybody stinks. Because everybody has an asshole. It is what it is. A lot of the YWC members slander one another without any evidence or proof. It's a reason why this community is one of the most toxic and childish communities I've ever seen. That is 1,000,000% correct. And I want to highlight. I wish I could highlight this, but I can't. I will put this as a what do you call it, a thumbnail. I don't know if I can put it as a thumbnail. I wish I could. I can't even screenshot it, but it is what it is. But yeah, you are completely correct. There's a lot of people slandering people. I mean, I just saw a video slandering my good buddy Jason. My good buddy Jason Ruin, the crazy Irishman, got fucking slandered because people freaking invaded his chat, stalking him. There's just these people that just really need their face broken. Really, I'm serious. They need their face broken, and they need to be put in jail for cyber stalking, and cyberbullying. Just saying. There's a lot of people. I can name about 4 or 5 people that need to get their face broken and put in jail. It's probably just not even 5 people. It's probably the same 2 people with different accounts, with 100 million accounts, stalking people. Why? You think you're better than us because you're stalking under 1 million accounts on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, just so you can expose us? What does that make you? Makes you look like an idiot. So, but keep it up, because you're fucking with the wrong people, and you're gonna go to jail, and you're gonna meet the wrong person, and you're gonna get your teeth knocked down your throat, or possibly getting killed. That's all I gotta say about that. So, yeah, fuck the YWC. YWC hasn't been good since 2012, when it died because of you know who. That's that. YWC will never be back. It will never come back. We've got idiots running the asylum, and freaking Susan doesn't care, and the people that she works with doesn't care. She'll let anybody freaking make an account. That's why they don't have freaking limits on how many fucking accounts you make. I mean, really, why would somebody make 9 million fucking accounts? You can't remember all the passwords. Why would you? Why have like 600 fake accounts? How are you gonna remember all the passwords and all the emails? That's the same thing, with emails. Why should like Yahoo and Gmail and Hotmail and whatever, any other email site like Excite or whatever, why they should have limits on how many accounts you make. That's real talk. Real talk. YouTube especially, this big fucking company it is, run by Google, should have a limit on how many fucking accounts you make. That's why we have so many fucking trolls and stalkers and all this shit. The fucking cat, wrestling cat going nuts. It is whatever. But yeah, the YWC is a joke. There is no YWC. Oh, Peter, but people like JD and Joe Cronin, they do wrestling videos. You do wrestling videos. You're part of the YWC. No, we're not part of the community. We don't want nothing to do with it. I've been out of the YWC for 6 years now, because I don't want to be part of this fucking drama fest. I got better things to do, like your mama. But that's why I want nothing to do with this fucking community. The fucking mongoloid, retarded, stalking pieces of shit that look like ugly. Just look ugly. Fat fucks and people that can't fucking shave and just look like homeless bums. I mean, take a shower. I mean, get a job. I mean, really. Straight up. Get a life. I digress. Bianca is good and all, but she's still not ready. I think she'll beat Sasha and end up dropping the title in a month or so. I hope not. I really hope they give Bianca a shot. I know I'm giving Bianca the benefit of the doubt, and she's just over the last couple months she's really brought it. She won the Royal Rumble. We all wanted her to win last year, but we all know who won last year, Horseface. But thankfully Bianca won this year, and she goes into a feud with Sasha, and really there's no hype to that match either. All it is Sasha smacking. They get into a tag team. They face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler not once but twice for the titles, and both times they lose because of jealousy. As you saw on Fastlane, Sasha slapped the crap out of Bianca, basically turning herself heel. And then the rest of the time, just pointing at the WrestleMania sign. I'm better than you. I'm the EST. I'm the boss. I'm the blueprint. But I'm going to point at the WrestleMania sign 5 times on SmackDown and on pay-per-view. That's it. No hype. And yeah, like I said, Bianca's probably going to win the belt, and then Sasha's probably going to get it right back, or they might give it to Bayley or maybe Carmelo. That's the only two people that could probably go for that belt right now. There's basically nobody on SmackDown. But there's rumors that, Reggie might get involved in this match and help Sasha, and then Sasha and Reggie become a thing. Sasha has her little boyfriend, Reggie. We all know that was going to happen way before this feud even happened. Well, not before that happened, after the Royal Rumble. When the whole thing, with Sasha and Carmella happened. We all knew, Reggie was going to turn on Carmella and then get with Sasha. That's what he was trying to, get in her pants, which isn't a bad thing, but, But yeah, Bianca's probably going to win tomorrow night. And then probably have a rematch on SmackDown, or maybe at the next pay-per-view. And she'll probably drop it in a month, like I said, I obviously know my tennis said, in a month or two. Somebody who really probably doesn't need it, like Bayley or, Carmella. Is what it is. But there's no women on SmackDown to face Bianca right now. Unless they, who's going to beat Natalya? No. Tamina? No. Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott? Nope. There's nobody on SmackDown that's going to compete for that belt. Same thing on Raw. Well, maybe on Raw you actually have some contenders. If Becky comes back and Charlotte comes back and Ronda comes back, you actually have some contenders for that Raw belt. But for SmackDown, just get rid of it. There's no contenders. That's it. All right, I know I talked a lot, but I want to get to my review, but I got time, so I want to get to my predictions and then get this video out of the way, and then I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna probably watch SmackDown, and then we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this video. I'll probably eat and then watch SmackDown, watch some CNN, and who knows? That's all I gotta say about that. Where was I? Blah 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 blah. Hopefully next year we see The Rock versus Roman. WrestleMania 38, Triple H versus Shane would be intriguing to see too, like what Jerry said. I didn't actually catch that, but yeah, they might do Rock versus Roman next year, but you gotta have Roman with the belt. I would have Roman with the belt next year. Not that I want The Rock to win another title, because he'll drop it like next month, the next month after that, or maybe on the night SmackDown after that, or the Raw, the SmackDown after that. But yeah, I would love to see it, but just let Roman beat The Rock and say he is the official head of the table. Don't let Rock win like when he came back to face Punk. It's just fucking stupid. But I like to see Rock. If it does happen next year, I don't know. But if you want to do it, have Roman win, on Sunday, and then he's like, I beat everybody. I beat all the legends and this and that. I'm the head of the table. Nobody can stop me. And then not even, maybe he'll name drop The Rock, and then Rock just comes on, on SmackDown and says like, you may be the head of the table, but you're not the head of the family. Something like that, and then you start building and building and building, like you did with Cena and The Rock at WrestleMania 28 and 29. You had a whole year to build that up. That's what I would do. Just start, if you want to do that now, start it on SmackDown. Have Roman come out after he beats Edge and Daniel Bryan, says, I'm the best, and then maybe he name drops The Rock, and then maybe you have The Rock on SmackDown that night, and you start building to that like they did with WrestleMania 28 and 29. So people will start investing into what possibly will be maybe the main event of WrestleMania 38. And people are like, oh, let's start saving my money. Gotta go to WrestleMania next year. Rockin' Roman. Gotta go. Now, as far as Triple H and Shane, may happen. Maybe have Triple H and Shane for ownership of the WWE. Because when Vince goes, who's gonna be the guy that owns the company? It's gonna be Triple H and Stephanie, or it's gonna be Shane, or is Punk's prophecy gonna come through? He's like, when Vince goes, the company's gonna be run by his daughter, his daughter and his doofus son-in-law. Will that prophecy come true? I don't know. Probably will, but we'll see. But yeah, Roman and Rock, I don't know. Maybe might happen. Who knows? But that's it. All right. I got my good buddy Nick Infante 92 in the chat. Says hello. What's up, Nick? On this Friday night. Hope you having a good weekend. I never thought they would put the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on SmackDown instead of WrestleMania. Yeah, you want WrestleMania to be 6 hours? Again? 6 to 9 hours again, even with the pre-show? I'm kind of glad they took that and put it on SmackDown. I mean, really, who wants to sit through 6 hours of WrestleMania with a pre-show just to have maybe those two matches on there when you can get them for free? It sucks for the performers who are in that match, like Shinsuke and Elias and everybody else in that, in that Andre the Giant Battle Royale, and sucks for the Street Profits and Otis and Chad Gable and Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode and the Mysterios because they don't get a big WrestleMania paycheck. They're not going to be at the show of shows, so we have to see them on a taped fucking SmackDown. And I'm telling you, people are going to be asking for their release after this WrestleMania. Because, with the spring cleaning coming up, right after, as always, after WrestleMania, they start the spring cleaning and get rid of all the people they don't want to use anymore. You're going to see people, like maybe some big names, be released. Like an Aleister Black, like, a Keith Lee, maybe a, Mia Yim, or Ricochet. It is what it is. And if, Ricochet goes, I can tell you right now, he's going back to Lucha Underground. Or he's going to AEW. Because Lucha Underground is looking to come back pretty, maybe by sometime this year. I can't wait. They're not going to get everybody that used to be in Lucha Underground. They're probably not going to get Penta. They're probably not going to get Rey Fenix. Not going to get Rey Mysterio. Not going to get Chavo Guerrero, I doubt, because I think he's retired. Sammy Guevara, probably not going there. John Morrison, not going there. Taya Valkyrie, probably not going to Lucha Underground. King Cuerno, which I think was I forgot who played him. I think it was Santos Escobar. I think, I'm not sure, but probably not. He's not probably coming back. Jeff Cobb, who played Matanza Cueto, probably not coming back because he's in New Japan. Dario's definitely coming back. You got to bring Dario back. Ring the bell. Katrina, I have no idea if she's coming back. Melissa Santos, the beautiful Melissa Santos, probably may or may not come back. Brian Cage, I doubt, because he's in AEW now. Unless that door opens, that the forbidden door opens, and you let the guys from Lucha Underground go through the door. Then you can have Prince Puma, Ricochet on that show. But basically, Ricochet and Mil Muertes was that show. Along with the women, like Thunder Rosa, being Cobra Moon. Doubtful that she's gonna go back there. Sexy Star, she has so much fucking heat on her. Doubt she's going back. The Black Lotus tribe, which was basically Asuka, Kairi, and Io. That's not gonna happen. That's definitely not happening. Especially Asuka. Asuka's not going back. Not gonna do that. And a lot of people don't know that the Black Lotus tribe was Asuka, Kairi, and Io. I didn't even know it until I read it. I was like, what? I know Io was part of the tribe. I didn't know Asuka and Kairi were part of it. I was like, what? And this is around 2015, before Asuka even went to the WWE. And Kairi. And Io. I didn't even know. But now I know. And that's all I can say about that. But yeah. The Andre the Giant Battle Royale and the SmackDown tag titles, not being at WrestleMania. Like I said, who wants to watch 6 hours? It's probably gonna be a pre-show anyway, but they're probably just gonna talk. Gonna hear Sam Roberts talk out of his freaking ass because he's a fucking piece of crap, and Peter Rosenberg, both boring as fuck. And then we're gonna have that Kevin guy doing the pre-show, because we don't have Charlie. We'll probably get Kayla. The only good thing about that, Kayla, JBL, Booker T, Sugar, and Jerry the King Lawler, maybe a couple other guys on the panel, and that's it. Nobody's gonna give two craps. But yeah, if you want the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, put it there. But I don't know. I really don't know. I have no say on that. So who cares? Want to bring something back? Bring Money in the Bank back. Get rid of the fucking pay-per-view. Bring Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania at a WrestleMania, and don't make it 2 nights anymore because I can't stand it. They just want to copy New Japan, and boy, did that fail. They're doing it again because they want to try to be like New Japan. And they failed miserably. That's why WrestleMania 36 was garbage, even though with the pandemic. You actually think if this pandemic, this fucking virus never happened, that this WrestleMania 36 would have been a extravagant thing? Yeah, I mean, there would have been a lot of fans, probably like 80, 90,000 fans there at Raymond J. Stadium. But it would never, it would pair in comparison to New Japan, to Wrestle Kingdom, because Wrestle Kingdom is basically the WrestleMania of sports. That's it. Because WrestleMania since WrestleMania 30 had just sucked. Sad to say, WrestleMania since WrestleMania 30 has sucked. No hype at all. But like I said, when they announced the whole 2-night thing, I was like, yep. They're going to try to copy New Wrestle Kingdom, and they're going to fail. And what happens? They failed. Because you can't beat New Japan. You can't. New Japan is number one. And I'm not saying it because I'm a New Japan mark. I'm a wrestling fan. I am not a mark. I am not a smart. So don't give me that bullshit. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. Nick says, I guess people will be chanting boring at the Battle Royal. Yeah, nobody would care. Nobody cared last year. No, it wasn't even there last year. WrestleMania 35, nobody cared for the pre-show matches. And people were there since like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and by the time they left, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. People got to go home on the train to New York or wherever they have to go. That's why I didn't go. I didn't go to WrestleMania 35. I'm not gonna stay there till 1 o'clock in the morning. And then by the time I get out with all the traffic in at MetLife Stadium, getting out of the fucking stadium would be like 3 hours. So by the time I get home, it'll be 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I gotta go to sleep. No, fuck that shit. That's that. Gotta get this fucking thing done. A lot of the YWC members project their misery on others because they get a kick out of it and have nothing going on in their own life when their own life is miserable. That is true. No life fucking versions have to fucking stalk people and just go below the belt. Why? Because it makes you a man. You have to bring other people involved in your shit because you can't fight your own battles. Telling you one day somebody's gonna get the living shit beat out of them. All these trolls that are out now are gonna get the shit beat out of them. Guarantee. Okay. Spinnernet 1 was one of the pioneers of this community. He was a legend. Not sure what happened to him. I don't even know what happened to him. What if he sold his car? I don't think he's around. And if he is, where is he? Guys like Spinner, when I was around, Spinnernet, Truth Slayer, and Monoxide, and all those other guys from back in the day. None of them are around anymore. Yep. But Spinnernet, was the guy back in like 2000 when I was around, from 2009 to about 2010, 2011. Yeah. Spinnernet. Yeah, buy a car. The first e-beggar of the YWC. That's it. Nick says that description made about the YWC fits those using the WWE Thunderdome. Basically. Bunch of fucking marks. That's it. All right. Enough about that. Waste 45 minutes with that. But it is what it is. I don't care. It is what it is. All right. Let's get to WrestleMania. Let's get to your predictions for WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. No, Night 1 begins tomorrow night on the WWE Network. And, well, not WWE Network. Sorry. Peacock. Tomorrow night. The entire WrestleMania card, they got 14 matches, 7 matches apiece. Like I said, probably with a pre-show. Who knows? That's that. So let's get to it. I'm gonna run it down. I'm not gonna waste that much time, and then that's it. I want to get this video out of the way before who gets up. All right, so let's begin with Night 1, and we begin with the Tag Team Turmoil match, where the winners receive a WWE Women's Tag Team title shot against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler on Night 2. So we got Lana, Naomi, Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose, the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, Natalya and Tamina, and now added Billie Kay and Carmella. Well, I can tell you right now, Billie Kay is not going to be at WrestleMania because she's going to get knocked out by Bayley, and it's going to be Bayley and Carmella teaming up. But this match, I care less. I really don't care. Everybody's in catering, basically, which is sad, for Carmella. But everybody else in catering, hanging out with Titus. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. If I got to pick a winner, I go with Natalya and Tamina. That's it. Because, they're probably going to give it to Lana and Naomi, with, as logic might prevail. And then they face, the champs, and they'll probably win it. And, Lana and Naomi get their WrestleMania moment, and nobody will give two craps. But I'm going to go with Natalya and Tamina to win. I think they'll go to Night 2 and beat Shayna and Nia and become champs and probably hold it for a while. Like everybody else has held those damn belts because they're not defended that much. The WWE don't care about the tag team division in the men's and women's division. They don't care. It is what. So I'm going to go with Natalya and Tamina to win. Whoop-de-damn freaking you. All right. After that, we're going to go to Cesaro and Seth Rollins. And this should be a pretty good match. I think it'll be a good match. Not gonna steal a show or anything, but it is what it is. Seth Rollins coming back and then preaching his his vision and all that shit, and trying to get everybody to rally behind him. But then everybody left, and then Cesaro was the last one there, and then Cesaro's like fuck you, and then they started going at it, and then Seth Rollins beat the crap out of Cesaro. Cesaro comes back, beats the crap out of Seth Rollins the last couple weeks, spinning him around in the giant swing of doom 22 times. And now he's saying that he's going to spin Seth Rollins 37 times because it's WrestleMania 37. I'd love to see that. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to go with Cesaro to win. I think it's going to be his biggest match. It's the biggest match of his career, first singles match at WrestleMania. And hopefully they're going to start pushing this guy to a possible, title shot. Maybe against Roman, who knows, or Edge or Daniel Bryan, whoever wins that belt. Really, this guy should be champion right now. He should be world champion, but every time they push him, they just de-push him right away. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with Cesaro to pin Seth Rollins, and we'll see what happens with that. So my pick is Cesaro, and that's that. All right, then we go to the. I'm not taking these in order. I'm taking it from the Wikipedia page, as always. Go to the steel cage match with a Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Like I said. If it's not a blue bar cage, I don't give two craps. But anyway, gonna be a boring crap match. Shane's probably gonna dive off the top of the cage. Gonna do some weird spot. But I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman to win. I'm surprised that Braun Strowman didn't beat the living Jesus out of Shane. Just to beat him up. But he's gonna beat him at WrestleMania so he can beat the bully. And that's it. So I think Shane McMahon will probably be off TV for about 6 months. And that's that. The only good thing about Shane McMahon coming out is going to dance, Daddy. You're going to dance. That's it. But Shane McMahon's got to get the fucking shit beat out of him. And that's it. So I'm going with Braun Strowman to win. And that's that. All right. For the Raw Tag Team belts, we got the New Day of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles and the big black diesel almost. Should be a pretty good match. Just sad that the last couple of weeks AJ and almost are just getting beat. Especially AJ has been losing the freaking Xavier Woods 2 weeks in a row, and then freaking Kofi throws the mic at almost. That's it. But I'm not really caring for the New Day that much. I mean, they're 10-time champs now. Like I said. The tag team division is garbage because no tag teams right now on Raw or SmackDown for that matter. Well, not that much for SmackDown. Raw, just nobody right now. And if the New Day win, who are they going to fight? Really? Who are they going to fight? They're just going to be tag champs forever. So I'm going to go with AJ and almost to win the belts. AJ's going to become a Grand Slam Triple Crown champion. And that's it. And almost gets his first title. And that's it. So I'm going to go with AJ and almost to pick up the victory and the belts. And I'll probably, have a rematch with the New Day probably on Raw the next night. On Monday night. And they're going to probably go back and forth. That's it. Because the Raw Tag Team belts are a garbage. Garbage. Crap. Utter crap. And that's it. Speaking of utter crap, your bathroom break of the match of the night, besides the women's tag team turmoil match, you got The Miz and John Morrison. Hey, ho ho, taking on Damian Priest and Really Bad Bunny. This match is gonna suck. I don't give two craps about this fucking match, and that's all I gotta say about that. But you know what's going to happen. The Miz and Morrison can get buried. And Bad Bunny is going to get the pin, probably over Morrison or The Miz. And that's it. So I'm going with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I'm going to go with the logical choice. And that's that. And I mentioned The Miz on Twitter that, I was like, please beat the living crap out of Really Bad Bunny. Put him away. Just put him away. Because I said, if you don't, he says, Just I was like, Mike, please, not you know who, but I'm not gonna say his name. Just don't want him here. Stay away. Yeah, he's in the closet. But yeah, I told the Miz, I says, you're getting buried. You know, Vince is burying you and Morrison. He says you need to. I told him straight up. He said you guys need to leave. I know you're a company guy, Mike, but get out. Just get out. Having a mumble rapper like Bad Bunny beat you, fucking horrible. Fuck Bad Bunny. And that's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest to get the victory, and that's all I gotta say about that. Fuck him. All right, then we go to what should be the main event, but we're going back and forth. It is what it is, but it's gonna be the co-main event for the WWE title. Bobby Lashley, almighty Bobby Lashley, with MVP at ringside, taking on the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. Now this should be a pretty good match. Lashley trying to ask the roster to basically take Drew out before WrestleMania. He thought Baron Corbin was going to do it, and that didn't work. He thought he was going to have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric by his side, but they lost to Drew and they're banned from ringside, and then they broke up the Hurt Business anyway. Drew trying to get trying to repeat at WrestleMania, get the belt back for the third or fourth time. I just don't think he's going to do it. I'm going to go with Lashley to win. And there's rumors that Brock Lesnar might be at WrestleMania. I highly doubt that, but you never know. But I think Lashley's going to win, beat Drew, and I just don't know who's his next challenger going to be. If it's not going to be Brock, I don't know who's going to be. Probably just some jabroni on Raw. And that's it. But if Brock does show up, I could see Brock and Lashley going at it. Maybe at the next pay-per-view, or what I would do is build it up till SummerSlam, a big-time event. Wherever SummerSlam might be, it might be out of Tampa, out of Florida, who knows? But that's what I would do. Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar for the WWE title at SummerSlam. But we'll see what happens. But as far as Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre go, I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley to win. I just don't want to see Drew McIntyre with a belt again because it's just boring. Good promos, but just he's not going to help the ratings for Raw. But it is what it is. Neither will Lashley, but Raw sucks anyway. And that's all I got to say about that. And we move on. All right, then we get to the main event of night one. We got for the WWE SmackDown Women's title. We got the boss, Sasha Banks, taking on Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair. I played with my hair. Bianca Belair, whose birthday was today. So happy birthday to the EST of WWE. Probably getting back shots from Montez Ford. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Birthday sex is always great. Don't ask me that. I didn't get any but on my birthday. But anyway, enough of that about that. Like I said before, should be a good match. I don't think it should main event, but Sasha had to get her way, and Bianca had to get away. And I understand, the main event of the people that won the Royal Rumble should get the main event spot. I understand that, but it is what it is. Should be a good match. I think it might be the match of the night. Hopefully, it's a great match, like Sasha and Bayley back in the day. All the matches they had on leading up. When Sasha and Bayley were fighting for the SmackDown Women's belt. Not that they were great matches, but it is what it is. But I'm hoping this will be a good match to end the show. But we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be like a 5-star classic or anything like that, but never know. But I'm gonna go with Bianca to pick up the victory and win the SmackDown Women's title to get her WrestleMania moment and continue her big push that she's getting right now. I mean, there's a chance Sasha might win because of Reggie, and then they might have a rematch at the next pay-per-view or on SmackDown. That could happen, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair to play with her hair and win the SmackDown Women's title for the very first time. Hopefully hold it for, I would say, 3 to 6 months. But like I said, there's no challenges for her, not that many challenges for her on SmackDown. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So that's it. So the recap night one predictions. I got Bianca Belair to win the SmackDown Women's Title. I got Natalya and Tamina to win the Tag Team Turmoil match. Cesaro to beat Seth Rollins. Blood streaming to beat Shane McMahon in a cage. I got AJ Styles and Owens to win the Raw Tag Team belts. Billy Bad Bunny and Damian Priest to win over Miz and Morrison, and Bobby Lashley to retain the WWE Championship. So that's night one, tomorrow night, and maybe good. I think night two is going to be better, but we'll see. Like NXT, which night two was better than night one, so we'll see. We'll see tomorrow night for night one of WrestleMania. All right, let's get to night two, which is on Sunday night, April the 11th. And let's begin with the predictions. I'm gonna start off with the WWE United States title. We got Matt Riddle, a guy who forgets his lines and smokes a lot of weed, taking on Sheamus Fella. Now, it's kind of a rematch from Raw, where Sheamus beat the crap out of Riddle, and then Riddle thinks he's big and bad, and like, I'm gonna kick your ass, Sheamus. Should be an okay match, good hard hitting match. But in the end, let me see my time. Well, just about an hour. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up pretty quick. Because it's 10:30, I want to eat something. I'm gonna go with Matt Riddle to retain. Not that Sheamus needs the United States title again. I think he's better off, with the, getting, going, continuing on as a mid-carder and maybe going for the Raw title. I'd like to see him and Bobby Lashley go at it again, because I think that was a good match on Raw, but we'll see. So I'm going to go with Riddle to retain, and that's pretty much all I got to say about it. So Riddle will retain the WWE United States title, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we go to the WWE Women's Tag Team title match, where we have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reggie at ringside, taking on the Tag Team Turmoil winners, which, like I said, probably will be Natalya and Tamina, but I would not be surprised if it's Lana and Naomi. So I'm going to go with, I think the titles will change, and it's probably going to be, I'm going to go with Natalya and Tamina to win the belts. Like I said, that's my bold prediction. But like I said, they'll probably go with Lana and Naomi to win the belts, and nobody's going to give two craps. And that's all I got to say about that. So that match is going to be your bathroom break match of the night. And that's it. All right. After that, we get to the Intercontinental. I'm going to go with the Intercontinental title match. We got Big E, who's going to be played out by, his theme song's going to be played out by Wale. So Wale's going to be at WrestleMania to perform his theme. He's taking on Apollo Crews in what they're calling a Nigerian drum fight match. Now, I have no freaking clue what this match is about. I mean, Apollo kind of mentioned the rules. He's saying that like his family and ancestors are gonna be all around ringside, blah blah blah, and his family's gonna be there, like I said, and I don't know what I think it's just basically a no holds barred match. I mean, what are they gonna use, spears and stuff? They're gonna go all Ace Ventura 2. It's in the bone. It's in the bone. Are you gonna throw me a spear? Don't mess with the dew. Stuff like that. But I just think this is gonna be a really corny match. I mean, what are they gonna use, the drums? All these people, not really not from Nigeria. Got all extras from the performance center. Plants and shit. They're gonna be around the ring. Basically, I think it's just basically a Nigerian lumberjack match. That's it. But it's gonna be corny. I'm not really giving two craps about it. I'm gonna go with Big E to retain. I just don't really want Apollo Crews to win the belt for the third time. Just let Big E hold it. I mean, he's holding held for what, a couple months now. Just let Big E win, and then maybe you thrust him into maybe a match with the WWE champion, whoever that may be. I was hoping this would be the year Big E versus Roman, but no. They had to give it an egg stain. It is what it is. Maybe next year. I keep saying that, but not thinking about the 2022 Royal Rumble, which may be outside of Tampa, but depending on this fucking virus. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So I'm going to go with Big E to retain the Intercontinental title over Apollo in his own match. And we'll see what happens with that. Just don't want to see Apollo Crews with the belt. Just don't. And that's it. All right, then we get to for the Raw Women's Championship, we got the lovely, beautiful, my first wife, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. You know what it is. Taking on Rhea Ripley, who will be coming out to her theme songs performed by the beautiful, lovely, my sweetheart, Ash Costello of New Year's Day, singing My Brutality, crushing skulls and making your ears bleed. If you're in Tampa, make sure you bring some cotton balls and have some health insurance, because you'll be at the hospital after this. Because when Ash Costello screams, your ears will be bleeding. And I know from experience, not that my ears were bleeding, but I had my head crushed. Because New Year's Day is an awesome fucking band, and Ash Costello should be my wife, but it is what it is. So this should be a pretty good match. Rhea Ripley debuting on Raw a couple weeks ago. Basically, we're supposed to be Asuka and Charlotte, but Charlotte got the COVID, and they Spanish archer her out, thankfully. So I did not want to see Asuka and Charlotte in a rematch from WrestleMania 32, which we all know was going to happen. Horseface was going to beat Asuka again, win her 14th women's title, and then just hold it hostage until Becky until Becky and Ronda come back. That's it. But now we get this match, which is kind of like a dream match. As we saw last week, Rhea Ripley turned on Asuka, turned heel, beat her up in that tag match with Nia and Shayna. So we get that. So it's not really that much hype. But still, I'm going to go Rhea Ripley to beat Asuka. Really, there's not much for Asuka to do. She does beat Rhea. That'll be a shock. But like I said, who's her next challenger going to be? Is it going to be Becky coming back? Or is it going to be most likely Charlotte? Or is it going to be Ronda? The same thing for Rhea. If she wins, who's going to be her next challenger? Is it going to be Asuka in a rematch? Or is it going to be Horseface Charlotte? Or is it going to be Becky or Ronda? That's it. So whoever wins this match, probably hold until Becky, Charlotte, or Ronda come back, and that's it, because there's nobody else worthy of that fucking title shot. And that's it. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley to win the Raw Women's title. Probably hold it till Becky, Charlotte, or Ronda come back. But she probably won't be a long-term champion. I don't see that, but it is what it is. And that's all I got to say about that. So Rhea Ripley will win the Raw Women's title tomorrow night. And that's it. All right, then we get to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, Jericho Steen Part 10 billion. Not the same as of right now. Not the same Jericho and Steen we've seen in Ring of Honor and PWG, and I think a little bit of CCW. Not the same matches we've seen back then. Not the same thing we saw in NXT when Steen debuted in NXT and beat Sami Zayn. He really didn't beat him. He just beat the crap out of him and won the title anyway. And held it for a while until he lost to the Fiend Balor, and that's that. But still, they haven't fought one-on-one, I believe, in a long time. But they come to a head. Not much hype for this match either. And even with that bitch Logan Paul getting involved, who might get involved in this match, I personally could care less for this Jericho Steen, fight forever match again. So, but I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens to win. I think he's gonna beat Sammy, and hopefully he takes that fucking piece of crap Logan Paul, drags him up the ramp, puts him in the ramp, beats his ass on the ramp. Then he climbs the stage on top of the freaking pirate ship and just dives off with an insane fucking dive onto Logan Paul, and we'll never see Logan Paul again. Because he said he wanted to dive off the fucking pirate ship. What happened? Who knows? I would love to see it. And especially if it happens on Logan Paul. Because Logan Paul is a piece of crap. And if he's watching this, come fight me. I'll beat your fucking ass. That's it. All right. Hey, Haley, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. So I'm going to go with Kevin Owens to beat Sami Zayn. Hopefully they thrust him back into the world title picture. I doubt it because I really don't want to see another like him and Roman match. I'd love to see him and Edge go at it. Maybe him and Bryan go at it for the belt. Maybe he win the belt. But, WWE booking will not make Kevin Owens a champion ever again. Even a world champion at that rate. They'll probably just make him like an Intercontinental champion, which he really doesn't need. But they got to push Kevin Owens. If they don't push Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens is probably going to head out the door and go back to Ring of Honor, where he belongs. Him and Generico need to go back to Ring of Honor, where they belong. That's all I got to say about that. So Kevin Owens will win, and that's it. All right. Then we get to The Fiend, Bray Wyatt with the lovely Alexa Bliss. Taking on Randy Orton and his Boys. Now, this will probably be the culmination of this big, long feud they've had, with Randy putting the Fiend on fire at TLC in December. And then there's a whole thing with Alexa Bliss and Randy at Fastlane, which was fucking corny as fuck. With the Fiend coming back looking like Chucky. Looking like burnt Chucky. Torturing him, and the whole thing with Orton spewing out like fake black blood. Same thing with with Alexa Bliss, and then the Fiend coming back from hell. But right now, as it stands, it's a singles match. Why? You have to have a blow-off match between these guys. If it's not a street fight, or it's not a no-holds-barred match, or it's not a Firefly Funhouse match, then why even have a match to end the feud? It has to be a stipulation in this match. If it's loser leaves WWE or whatever, some type of stipulation has to be in this match. But I hate going against Randy, but I'm gonna go with the Fiend to win. But like I said, if Randy wins, that means they're just not giving two craps about this new look Bray Wyatt, and probably just bury Alexa Bliss even further. Really, Alexa Bliss should be going for the women's title again, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go with the Fiend to win, and I think Orton's gonna go bye-bye for a little bit to be with his hot-ass wife. But we'll probably never see Randy again, because that's what Alexa Bliss said. The legend of Randy Orton is going to die. I don't know how that, what she means by that, but that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm gonna go with the Fiend to pick up the victory, and that's it. How much time do I got? Okay, I'm gonna finish this up pretty quick. All right, then we get to the main event of night 2 for the triple threat match for the WWE Universal title. We got Roman Reigns, Mr. Cockfist himself, our tribal chief, and your WWE champion. With my name is Paul Heyman at ringside, as always, and Jey Uso. Can't forget Jey Uso. He's taking on Daniel Bryan. Yes, and also taking on the Rated R Superstar, the man who won the Men's Royal Rumble, Edge Stain. This is a toss-up. Let me just get this off. This is a real toss-up, because originally it was supposed to be Roman and Edge. Now a lot of people saying, "Oh, Roman and Edge is gonna suck." Why? I even thought it was gonna suck. I was like, why? Because we all know Edge was gonna beat Roman and make Roman look, the end. The whole thing with Roman being the strongest heel in WWE, and then the whole thing with Daniel Bryan getting involved, like revisiting WrestleMania 30. He was like, "I want my title shot. I'm gonna retire. I gotta get my title shot. I gotta have my one last WrestleMania moment." And then what happens? He beats Triple H, gets into the main event match with Batista, who had the belt, and Randy Orton. And what happens? Freaking Daniel Bryan taps Batista out, wins the title, hugs Connor to get his WrestleMania moment, then proceeds to get his ass handed to him by Kane, and that was basically it for his career. Because Kane fucked him up. And that's why he got all that neck shit. And then after that, he was basically in and out of, of that. Because I think the last time we saw him after that was WrestleMania when he won the Intercontinental title, I think. Then after that, he left. And he came back at WrestleMania 34, I think it was. 34, 35. When he teamed up with Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And that was it. Was it 36? 35 or 36? No, was it 36? I forget. 35 or 36. I forget which one it was. Whatever. But yeah, Daniel has to insert himself in this match. WWE wants to have a high-profile match. So they add Daniel Bryan to this match, making it really corny. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen in this match. It's going to be good, but I mean, on one hand, a lot of people saying Edge is going to win, get his moment, his belt back that he really never lost 10 years ago. Then again, Bryan might win to get his WrestleMania moment and have one last title run before he actually really, really, really retires to be with Brie and their kids. Brie and Nikki are coming back to win the WWE Women's Tag Team belts. So yeah, Brie's going to be on the road, and Bryan's just probably going to be backstage riding SmackDown with Edge. So Bryan will actually still be in WWE, but not as a full-time wrestler anymore. So yeah, so if Bryan does win, he probably won't hold it that long. And if Roman wins, which I'm hoping a lot of people want him to win, Roman wins, who's his next challenger going to be? I mean, he's probably going to. I mean, if he wins, who on the SmackDown roster besides maybe Seth Rollins, who wants a match with Roman? That's the only person I can think of that will probably fight Roman next for the Universal title would be Seth Rollins. That's it. Everybody else, I don't see like a Kevin Owens or or anybody any big time face on that in that company on that show, like maybe Big E, but it's either Big E, Cesaro, or Seth Rollins, the next challengers for Roman if Roman wins, but we'll see. But yeah, my prediction is probably going to be I'm going to go with Edge. I have to go with Edge. I don't want to, but I'm going to go with logic, and usually logic wins. So I'm going to go with. I'm not going to belch. I'm going with Edge to pick up the victory, win the title again, and probably hold it for a little bit. I don't think he's going to hold it that long. Probably lose it back to Roman. Maybe either at the next pay-per-view or maybe by Money in the Bank. Or maybe by SummerSlam. I just don't see Bryan winning the belt. I really don't want him to win. That'll be nice, but so he can go out with a Gilmore cutter like bang. You know what I mean? But I just don't see him winning at the belt. And like I said, if him or Edge win, they're not going to hold it that long. Because they're probably going to lose it back to Roman, or they're going to lose to maybe Seth Rollins or Big E, or maybe Cesaro. That's it. Because there's no challengers. That's it. So I'm going to go with Edge staying to win the belt. And that's it. On night 2. And it should be a pretty good main event. I think that's going to be the match of the night. Or maybe it might be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Who knows? But it is what it is. All right. So to recap my predictions for night 2 of WrestleMania. Like I said, I got Edge winning the WWE Universal title from Roman and Bryan. I got Natalya and Tamina to win the women's tag team belts from Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Matt Riddle to retain the United States title against Sheamus. I got Kevin Owens to beat Sami Zayn and destroy Logan Paul. I got Big E to beat Apollo Crews and retain the Intercontinental title in that Nigerian drum fight match. I got The Fiend to beat Randy Orton in his monotonous voice. And that's that. Probably end Randy Orton's career. Who knows? And then I got Rhea Ripley to beat Asuka and become the Raw Women's Champion. So that's it. So that's my predictions for night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night on night 1. I still think night 2 is going to be the better show, but you never know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So that's it, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Nick, Haley, and I obviously know my tennis for coming in the chat. Had a pretty decent chat. Thank you for coming in. And that's pretty much it. And that's it. So enjoy WrestleMania tomorrow and Sunday. And I'll be back Sunday night with my review of WrestleMania night 1 and 2. We'll hopefully have a good chat. Not going to go too long, hopefully, but we'll see. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching episode 194 of the Gilmore Chronicles. That's in the books. Like I said, start getting your questions ready for episode 200, which will probably be sometime in August, maybe earlier. Who knows? Depends on what's happening over the next 4 or 5 months. But we'll see what happens with that. So get your questions ready. And that's pretty much it. Put them down in the comment section of the video, or this video, or any one of my other videos. So just mark it TPC 200, and I'll get to that. It might be outdated questions, but we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go grab something to eat. I'm gonna watch SmackDown, and then that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off on this Friday night. Peace out, rock on. And if you're not down with that, you know what's coming up. I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm out. Peace, bitches.